Okay, YouTube, this is take 2 of my first watch review, and today we're going to be looking at this Grand Seiko. I bought this from an AD here where I live. It's not a JDM model. It's available internationally, and I got this little gift book with it, which was very nice of the dealer. It was like a parting gift from the store. Tells you all about the watches, some of the technologies involved in the various movements like spring drive, automatics, hand wound, and the Quartz. This is the 2018 catalogue. I'm going to do a pseudo unboxing, not a real unboxing, because I have actually had this watch about a week now, and so I'll just give you the quick tour of the unboxing. But it came in this cardboard cover, and the retailer didn't really pay much attention to it, but actually they're asking him to remove it from this because they don't want the customers to see this. But yeah, we're going to take a look at this. Is the outer box Grand Seiko. Now, I bought a Quartz model. I went down to an AD after talking to them for a while on the phone, and I went to look at 3 watches, a Omega Quartz Aquaterra. I wanted something around the 37-38mm mark, and maybe I should just say, if you can hear some bubbling in the background, I apologise for that, but I'm in my kitchen and the dishwasher's running, so I hope it doesn't disturb you too much. Yeah, I went to look at 3 watches. I was determined to get a nice Quartz. I've got a few automatics. Today I'm wearing a Black Bay 36. I wanted something like this. A nice steel watch, steel bracelet, but kind of set it, forget it. And I've heard good things about the Grand Seiko Quartz movements, the 9F82, 9F62, etc. And they're very, very accurate. So this is the outer box. Inside you have this strange paper. I don't know if it's rice paper or parchment or what it is, but it gives it a kind of ritual experience as you take the watch out like that. In a box. Then inside this, at the bottom, there's some foam, the guarantee brochure with the dealer information in the back where it gets stamped, and a multi-language instruction book for not just the 9F82 but several different movements, and also a look at some of the bracelets. That's that. And now to the watch. So here we go. And there it is. The Grand Seiko SBGV225. This is one size up from the SBGX series. Those are 37mm watches. This is, as you can see, has got an oyster style case, no hard lines, very smooth lines on it. There are several in the line. There's an SBGV225 as well, that's got a very angular case, but this one's very smooth, sweeping lines. And this is what we're looking at today. I'm hoping the camera will pick up the blue dial. It's not always evident that it is a blue dial. It gets very dark sometimes and doesn't want to show off its true colours. But here you can see the very high degree of polishing on the indices. I'll just give the crystal a wipe. But there's a very high degree of polishing on the flanks of the watch, and on the areas where it's smooth, on the bezel, and a very nice dial. And all of the indices have got a high polish as well, so it's really got a bit of a bling appeal to it. So I'm going to pause the camera now and change perspective so I can see what I'm doing with the watch, and I'll run over the dimensions of it. There we go. So the watch is a 40mm. That is the diameter of the watch from here to here, not including the crown. Lug to lug, I'll just show you these as well. So just about there, I'm getting 39.8, and this is a plastic caliper, so don't worry about that. Now, lug to lug, very, very important dimension, especially if, like me, you've got a skinny wrist. I'm getting today a 46.3, usually measures about 46.4, there you go. 46.4 lug to lug, that's very nice. That's as small as a Seiko SKX, and this one, a Tudor Black Bay 36. That's also quite short on the lugs. That's only a 44. Now this watch, unlike the Black Bay, it has these fixed end links here, solid end links that are fixed, and this middle piece does not move. It's quite solid, so that actually extends the width of the watch head, or the height, if you want to call it that. And there you can see we're on a 50.2 if you measure those fixed end links. So it does extend a little bit wide. I've got a 6.7 inch wrist, and you can see the Black Bay fits very nicely, and so does my SKX, which is a 42.5 watch. But again, those short lugs really, really help it sit well and look good. So, what can we say about this one? 10mm thick. Just measure that there. There you go. Bang on, 10mm. So a slim watch, very slim. Let's give it another polish. Beautiful dial, really dramatic curve on the lugs, so it really hugs the wrist when you've got it on. Brushed bracelet, polished on the sides. The flanks of the watch have got that Zaratsu polishing. I don't know if that's any better than any other firms like Tudor, Rolex, etc. or Omega, but it is very nice in the hand. It looks great. Brushed on the tops, top of the lugs, a vertical brushing that goes through the links, and then this slightly disappointing clasp. It's got the GS logo on it. It's machined, of course. Very nice, very comfortable. Double push button for safety. Clicks together nicely, but no micro adjustments. I don't know if you can see that, but the Black Bay has 3 micro adjustments, and I actually had to move one of them today because my wrist is swelling up a little bit. With this you have, you can see there, that is a half link, and also there, that's a half link. So those are your options for sizing the bracelet. You can put in or take out links, and you've got 2 half links to play about with to try and get a good fit. But this one is sitting snug on me. I'll try it on now and just give you a size comparison next to the Black Bay before I do. There you can see, you can see the tops of the lugs. They're not. This one looks bigger because it's got the bigger dial, but all in all, it's not massive compared to the 36 Black Bay. So we'll just put that in there, and I'll put this one on. And there you go. There it is, a 40mm Grand Seiko SBGV225 on a 6.7 inch wrist, or 17 centimeters. If you look down my wrist and see the profile of the watch. You can see just how much those lugs really curve and hug the wrist. Very, very comfortable. It's a bit snug right now, so I might have to put another link back in. One thing that's really cool with this one is like a lot of Grand Seikos, take it off again a second, bring this up, you'll notice it's got drilled lugs, and that makes changing the bracelet very, very easy. I wish the Tudor had it, and I've heard the Tudor can be a nightmare because the tolerances are so high, probably on both of these actually, that without drilled lugs, getting this bracelet off without scratching the watch up is probably a job for a professional. This one, it really makes it easy. I recently sold a modern sized Tudor Ranger that was 41, and that also had drilled lugs, and it just makes changing the experimenting and changing the strap and NATOs and bracelets and whatever, it makes it all very easy. So that is my first watch review, and I think it's a nice watch to start out with. Don't expect too many updates on this channel. I just noticed that there was only one other video of this watch available, and there is one Korean review of it. Very nice review, but it's Korean, so not many people will understand that. So on the whole, very, very nice watch, great finishing. It's going to keep brilliant time, plus minus 10 seconds a year is what they state on the marketing material, and it's probably going to be better than that. The watch is approaching $3,000 US in price, which seems quite high, but if you know what you're doing in an AD, they will always give you at least 10% off a watch. Maybe not a Rolex sports watch, but for the three watches I went to look at, the SBGX, I can't remember the last three digits, but it was the white dial Grand Seiko Quartz. For that watch, for this watch, and for the Omega Aquaterra, also in quartz, there was no problem getting 10 to 12% off all three watches, and I tried all three, and I was pleasantly surprised by this one, by the length, by the lug length, and yeah, just how well it fit. It looks a little bigger than what I'm used to, but certainly not bigger than the SKX, and it has a much more comfortable fit than the Tudor Ranger I was wearing and eventually sold to get this. So these two are probably my favourite watches right now, but I do keep them in rotation. And I really do enjoy wearing the SKX, which is modded. I'll show you that another time. It's looking a bit beaten up now, but it's really a great size of a watch because of those short lugs. So that's it. Thanks for now. Subscribe if you want to. If you don't bother. I'll be reviewing a book from Rolex in the next video, so if you want to see that, it's a book I might be selling. Somebody gave it to me, and it's not a book you can buy. It's a big coffee table book from Rolex that reads like a dictionary, and it's really quite beautiful. Anyway, I'm signing off now, so have a good one.